Hello, my name is Frank Blocker and I am one of the co-authors of Good Jew. My fellow co-author is my deceased late partner. This story is based on his father's interviews. His father escaped Treblinka twice at the age of 15, 16, and went on to blow up trains, work for the resistance, and eventually, obviously, survive the war. And I will be the actor portraying the role of Heinrich Altman, who survived the war by not being good.
He is my age. He even looks like me. He could be one of my classmates, and I yell for that too. And he dropped the gun. That was it. He dropped the gun. That's enough. Left him. Left him over there.
The term good Jew kept coming up in discussions with Henry accidentally. In his interviews, he talks about being a bad Jew as a kid. He wasn't always raised in the way other Jewish people thought he should be raised, and they would consider him bad. In the end, and surviving all of this, there's a certain level of goodness to him that can't be denied. And I think that's what we all struggle with on a daily basis anyway, whether it's war or just getting on the subway in the morning. Can I be a good person and get through this? How can I be the best person I can be? I want people to question their own humanity. I want them to question what about them is good and where do they think they could draw the line if it came down to that. I don't know if you remember what these are, but we used to call them cassette tapes back in the day, and I have 9 hours of his interviews where he sits down with one of his cousins and gets very, very, very interesting. When he talks with his cousin, it's another male about his age, so we hear a lot more about the things that he did. But I did want to point out that one of my inspirations was this lovely book, double book called Mouse, because this was recently banned in a few places, and that fascinated me. Not that I pulled anything necessarily from this, but it certainly helped me to understand what it was like being the child of Holocaust survivors. So I could understand my partner, Murray Scott, better, and I could certainly understand Henry and the things he went through simply by looking at this book. It's a great piece to look at and get some empathy for what these people are trying to do beyond the horror of what happened. Because it's not just the horror that what happened, it never goes away for the rest of their lives, and it continues on through generations. I was, of course, lucky enough to be able to speak with Henry sometimes, and of course I had the wonderful experiences of my late partner of the stories of what it was like growing up with him in the house. And some of those are incorporated into the script to honor who he was and what he was really like. And hopefully we show the heart of a really, really beautiful man who survived some incredible things.